Are you memorable? I hope I'm memorable like this next person I'm going to tell you about. I had completely forgotten, but it occurred to me. So, and every once in a while, she pops up into my mind, and I'll tell you why. I was when I was a little kid, probably I want to say like maybe 6 or 8 or something like this. My parents would go and have coffee with their friends on maybe Saturday, Sunday morning, something like this. And my sister, she was 3 years younger than me, my sister Anne Marie, and so they would have coffee, and I remember my sister Anne, she always had 7-Up, and I would have hot chocolate with whipped cream on top. And you know with coffee, you always get free refills, right? Well, they never give you free refills for hot chocolate. And back then they didn't give you free refills for soda. So my sister and I would be done with our drinks, and our parents would keep getting refills of coffee. So we're sitting there with nothing, well, except water. Ugh. What kid wants water? And I mean, we weren't rich when I was a kid. We sometimes we were kind of poor. Not we always had enough to eat, but we didn't have a whole lot of money. But I often wonder, like, was it just out of reason to spend a couple extra bucks to get your kids another drink? For whatever reason, they just never did. And I know sometimes we'd ask and they'd say no. And so we're sitting there this one time, and I'm done with my hot chocolate, and I don't know what happened, but somehow the waitress must have noticed something, and she came up to me and she just said, would you like another hot chocolate? And I started to say yes, and then I remembered I could never say yes to something like that. I could never order for myself or ask for something extra in a restaurant because my parents would freak out. So I remember quickly looking at my mom and saying no, because didn't want to get charged, right? She says, "Oh, it's free. I'll give it to you free." What? Free? And I looked at my mom excitedly, and she nodded her head, and I got another hot chocolate. And so every once in a while now, that waitress will pop into my mind, and boy, I have to admit, I really want people to remember me for being an amazing hypnotherapist and stage hypnotist, speaker. But wow, if they just remember me for a really kind act, I think that'll be enough. So do you have a memory like that? I'd love to hear your story of your time when somebody some stranger did something really nice for you that you always remember. Take care, be well, be awesome.